How to transcend your mind. The secret is to know that your mind is not your possession. There's not two things. There's not you and your mind, something going on in your head. You are an integrated whole within yourself. As a matter of fact, you are not separated from all of reality. There's just one thing happening. So there's not you and your mind. As long as you feel that you're separate from anything, you can't transcend it. Our minds sound and feel very loud and annoying, even. It seems like, it's constantly telling us stuff that we don't want to hear, constantly trying to figure things out. That's simply a habit, a training by the language that we've been given. Like literally all your thoughts are in English if you're an English speaker. Just sit and listen to them. It's English trying to figure itself out. But that's not a separate thing. This is why the spiritual masters say that as soon as you stop trying to transcend, then you already are there. Because there's just one thing happening, and that's you alive, your aliveness. And your aliveness is exactly the same thing as my aliveness. There's no separation between all of these things. And we were born, our nature is to understand this. There is a much, much bigger, broader aspect to your consciousness than this thing you call the mind, than the thing that you're trying to transcend. And that's your ability to listen. That's the listening, the listener, the aliveness in yourself that's listening. Like what's listening to this so-called mind? That's you. So you transcend your mind by understanding that this is not a possession. You can't transcend it. It's just a part of reality. It's like wind blowing through the trees. Just think about wind blowing through the trees, the leaves of the trees blowing. Wind is what gives the trees food. So food is blowing through the trees because the leaves of the food of the trees take in the carbon dioxide as food, and then they send out oxygen as breath for us. So the wind blowing through the trees is the food of the trees as much as the roots of the trees going down into the earth. So the tree is like this integrated whole with the wind blowing through it and the nutrition coming up through the roots. This is exactly the same way you are. Life blows through you. Thoughts are part of your being as a human. You and I have been taught English. This is the thing that constantly tries to analyze every bit of existence. But the listener, the one that understands the thoughts, that's your true being. So you don't need to transcend the mind in any way. You just need to awaken your consciousness